Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Today's episode is going to be on Canadian Prepper's bug out roll. Right, so I received this a few months ago, and I've been meaning to do a review on it, and I never got around to it. Now, there's probably going to be 3 different videos for this. First one's going to be the more like first impression rather than a review. The second one's going to be packing, and then the third one's going to be a bug out walk with this. Now, yes, you can do a bug out walk with this. There are D-rings in the back. You can fashion yourself a strap or buy something and hook onto the D-rings and use it as a backpack. Or you can put it in a dry bag that has a backpack setup and put it in there as well. Now, the dry bag size you are going to use with something like this would be a 65-liter dry bag, right? So it makes it easier. Or you could just get a bag, like a backpack itself, and put this in it as well. But if you're going to put this in a backpack, then you're sort of canceling this out, right? But you can also use this with a backpack by rolling it up and putting it at the bottom of the bag, and you're carrying extra gear now. Keep in mind, if you're going to carry extra gear with this, you're adding more weight. Okay, so this weighs 5 pounds empty. 4 pounds empty. And that is pretty heavy. So you have to consider the weight of this bag alone, again, if you're going to use it. If you're going to attach it to your bug out bag that already has gear in it, you're adding the bag empty 4 pounds. Whatever you put in here, you're probably going to wind up adding another 8 to 10 pounds, right? So keep that in mind. Now, if you're going to add another extra 10 pounds of gear, you better be physically fit to carry that extra 10 pounds. Because adding 5 pounds extra to your bag that you're used to, you'll feel it. 10 pounds, forget it. You're going to be, what the fuck's going on here, right? So, let's get to it. So this thing is sturdy as shit. I mean, just the way it feels. The material, which is 1200 denier or Cordura, it feels sturdy, right? The handles, the straps, it's just really like a really tough bag. Now, the only thing I do not like about this bag is the buckling system. The buckling system takes time for you to get used to. It's a bit confusing when you first start, but you get the hang of it. You can close it and roll it, no problem. All right, so the buckles are heavy duty. There are 3 buckles in the front, and then there's 2 in the back. So you release all 5. You open the flap, and you hold it up, and you unroll it like such. All right? So as you can see, this thing is pretty long. I mean, it's extremely long. Now, like I said, this was given to me by the Canadian Prepper, so I'm pretty sure he hooked it up because he added what looks like 2 more sections to it. And I was surprised, when I got the 2 extra sections. I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. And this thing is long. But I am 100% sure with this alone, you could pack enough bug out gear and just use the bug out roll on its own. You probably wouldn't even need your bag. If you are going on a long journey somewhere to your bug out location, then you can absolutely use this. I'm going to try this out also camping. So I'm going to pack my weekend gear in here, and then that's going to be it, and see how well it does on a weekend bug out trip. Okay, so let's start out by saying that this thing is huge, especially if you get the additional sections. This thing is really big, and I like it. I'm feeling it. I'm liking the strength of this thing. I'm liking it feels durable. It feels tough. It doesn't feel like something cheap. When he first came out with this, I was a little worried that it was going to be cheaply made, but this thing is not cheaply made, and it is actually worth the money, right? So whatever he's charging, which I think is like $174, it is absolutely worth it. Okay, so with that, I'm going to get into about supporting preppers and survivalists at their online stores. But before I get into that, this has 13 compartments. There are clear plastic. There's clear plastic in the front, so you can see exactly what's inside it, and I have 2 at the bottom here that are closed, material cloth, so you can't see what's in it, which is fine. You should know what's in your bag regardless. So there are 13 compartments. There are 8 sections, and 2 that are Velcro, meaning add-ons, right? So you can add on 1 or 2. I think you can add on as many as you want, but there were 2 add-ons to this. So there were 8 sections in total and 13 compartments. The plastic on the front of this is 13 gauge vinyl. So it's really thick. It's cold crack resistant and UV resistant, right? So if you take this out in the wintertime, which obviously I'm going to plan on doing, these plastic windows shouldn't crack. The zippers on here are heavy duty zippers. I mean, these things are like just real. First of all, the zippers are really big, which is great. They're not these tiny little zippers where I need tweezers to open. They are man zippers for man hands, man fingers. So that is awesome. That's one of the things that stood out to me like right away. I fell in love with the zipper portion. I love the see-through windows. I like that you can see what you put in here. I did put emergency waters in here just to weigh it down, to give it some kind of weight. And they were also laying around like just around my apartment. So I said, let me put them in here. So I have an emergency water section in this bag as well, or roll, if you will. There are points where you can hang it. You can hang it on the handle, which is this back here. Hopefully you can see that. This is a tough handle back here, or you can hang it with this hook right here. There's a nice little loop right there. Right? This roll, sorry, I keep calling it a bag, it's a roll. This roll, again, is made for starting. So, of course, I'm going to have to beat the shit out of it and see how much abuse it can hold. Regardless of even if it, and I put my bags and my gear through a lot of abuse and they stand up. I am 100% sure this is going to stand up as well, but I have to be fair and put it through the same test I put my other gear through. Now, yes, there's some gear that I have. I'll look at the bag. I'm like, I'm not going to put it through that test. It will not survive. I'm 100% sure this will survive. Okay, so the size of this thing is, I'm going to go by section. It's 19 inches wide by 7 inches in height, right? And that's the sections. You break down a section because this thing looks like right now it's about 4 feet. And that's from, I'm going to say from hanging it, actually, it's probably about 5 feet, sorry. So it's about 5 feet long, fully opened, right? So obviously if you add more sections, it gets longer. If you don't go with the 2 additional sections that he added on here for me, it's probably about 3 to 4 feet long. So you can get this long as you want. I wouldn't advise going past 5 feet or 6 feet. I think that's where you should keep it. 6 feet might even be too much. I would stick with it around the 5 feet range, sorry. Like I said, the weight of this empty is about 4 pounds. The price on this right now, I think, is $174.99. Again, that's you're getting it from Canada. So if you live in the U.S., you're going to have to pay, I guess, a decent shipping fee. I'm not sure how much that is. That depends on where you live in the United States. But I would employ everybody to buy one of these. All right. I mean, first of all, you're supporting another prepper, right? And you're supporting a prepper who's trying to get away from, working a regular 9 to 5 and wants to support people with excellent gear. And this is it right here. This is excellent gear. Support the preppers that have online stores if you can, right? Try not to go through Amazon. I get it that Amazon might be cheaper, but Amazon is even raising their prices. So I'd rather wait a week or two and support a prepper or survivalist or wilderness guy with an online store than get my stuff from REI or Amazon. Now, obviously, if I need it in a week or two, you're going to get your stuff from Amazon or REI or go to the store. But if you have a planned trip coming out and you need something, think about where you want to get it from and buy it from one of those stores. We have to start supporting each other financially and through videos as well, right? Because this is it, guys. I think we need to have a better community by supporting one another in this way. We're supporting corporations who don't give a damn about us. Why do that when we can support, again, preppers and survivalists and things like that, right? Especially those who come up with inventions like this. Or what's his name that came up with the shoveling tool that everyone loved. I forgot the guy's name. Tim Ralston, sorry. Right? Even him, right? He had a nice tool. We got to start helping each other out and supporting each other. And for those of you who have YouTube channels, start doing reviews and pushing these products out there for people to see. Okay? So, with that being said, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel If you do not mind, you can follow me on social media, which is Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. All right, guys, thank you for watching.